FOX47, more and more people are giving love a second chance.
There's a new report that shows more people are remarrying than ever before. Last year, 4 in every 10 marriages involved at least one partner who had been married before. And half of those marriages involved both partners walking down the aisle for at least the second time. 8% of newlyweds have been married 3 times or more, and men are more likely to give saying I do a second chance. So it's a perfect example of how it's never too late to start over, whether it comes to, life issues or love for that matter.
But it's not the only way we hit reset when it comes to life, and that's what Lois Melkonian tackles this morning in Living Through It.
Hey, thanks, Brooke. Resetting or starting over can happen in our jobs, our personal lives, or through a totally unexpected event. Sometimes it's our own doing, and sometimes the circumstances are way beyond our control. Joining me this morning is Nancy Sharp, who's written her memoir, Both Sides Now. And Nancy, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. Now, your book, which has won some 7 literary honors, describes how you lived through the battle your husband had with cancer, remission, death, 2 years after your twins were born. And then you take us through an amazing journey of how you restarted your life, moving from New York to Denver, remarrying a man who was a widower himself. How critical to your survival was starting over?
I think it was everything. I think had I not had the courage, quite frankly, to leave New York, I might have stayed stuck in stasis and stuck in illness and grieving. And for me, coming to Colorado meant coming toward life. So it was everything. And I think we have to be courageous enough, no matter how big or small that looks like, but we've got to move forward when things happen to us in life.
In my blog today, I refer to a number of people, including Bethany Hamilton. She's a pro surfer who surfs with only one arm because of a shark attack. In your experience, what is it about people in this kind of walks of life who choose to start over that gives them the positive energy to go forward and live boldly?
It's a great question. I think that you reach a place, certainly if you've been used to doing something before, you want to recapture some of that same spirit. But for others of us who just know that there's something larger that awaits, I think we have to ask ourselves the question, if not now, when? What are we waiting for? And certainly that's the question that led me to make that big change from New York to Colorado. And to start over.
To start over.
Right.
You started over. You have quite the blended family.
I do have a beautiful blended family.
So how does that all work together, and how have they dealt with starting over?
Well, it's been 6 years now. It'll be actually 7 years this summer. So every year, thank you, it gets a little bit better. And my wonderful husband, Steve Saunders, and I, we do our very best to make the past a vivid part of the present, but without making it the whole part. And I think that's one of the challenges with the blended family is, staying in the present while also honoring the past.
So Nancy, if people want to get a hold of you?
Oh, please visit my website at nancysharp.net. Email me, and I'd love it.
Excellent. Nancy, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it. And you can read my blog. It's called Hitting the Reset Button and Starting Over and Over and Over on KDVR.com.
Nice job. That's inspirational. Thank you for being here.
It's never too late, as they say. 10 minutes to 9 right now. Standing up in the face of sexism.